What's going on, guys? Ryan here with Jedha Patrol. We got another Hot Toys unboxing and review video for you. So big thanks to Sideshow Collectibles for sending this over for review. If you want to pick one up for yourself, check the link in the description below. And if you pick up any other Hot Toys, follow that link, helps out the channel. That would be amazing. But we've got this guy right here, Stormtrooper Deluxe. They not specifically says Return of the Jedi, but pretty much it's from Return of the Jedi. But here we go, guys. You want to take a look at the box? We got it right here. It's your normal Star Wars box. Nothing super fancy about this guy, other than I'm really digging this treatment they're giving here on the bottom. So this is MMS515 Stormtrooper Deluxe Edition. So there you go. There's your box. If you like boxes, you can pause and look at the box. But I'm here to look at the figure. So I have the Trooper right here. We'll take a look at him, and just actually, you know what? We'll take a look at you just a second. Let's take a look at the deluxe part of the deluxe, which is actually this piece right here. This awesome Death Star diorama piece. Freaking love this thing. It is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Now, it is a little pricey as far as the cost of the regular to the deluxe. I want to say it's like 60 or 70 bucks to get this. However, if you were to go on eBay right now and look for one of these, you're going to pay way more than that. So if you're considering it, if you're thinking about it, go ahead and bite the bullet, get the deluxe, because it's absolutely worth every penny you get. So it does have two sides. You've got obviously this side. You've got a back if you want to display the back just like that, but nobody would do that, I don't think. I'm pretty sure they would display it like this. On mine, there's a little issue with mine, which is not a big deal. If you flip this, slide this guy up, this is where the AAA batteries go. The screw that goes in there, mine's stripped, so it doesn't really stay shut all that great, but you know, as long as it stays shut long enough to hold the battery in there, I'm good. But if you flip this switch right here, that's where the magic, you see what I mean? It gets caught. Let's see here. There we go. All right, this is what happens. Boom, look at that. So it looks amazing. It is plenty bright. Imagine if you had like a whole wall of these. If you had like 10 of these things. I know some of you probably do. Some of you probably got 10 of these things. But they got 10 of these things all lined up with just trooper. I think that would be absolutely amazing. But you can see right there, if you put the trooper on there, gives them a nice little rim light effect, shadow going. Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. So whether you got them in like a parade rest pose right here, just super chill, or if you got them in an action pose later on, which we'll take a look at, I think it's an awesome piece. So for the cost of admission for the deluxe, for the Death Star diorama, absolutely think you ought to pick one up. But I'm gonna flip that battery off. It is 3 AAA batteries, if anybody is wondering. All right, so let's take a look at this guy. He does have a few accessories. We'll take a look at those real quick, but I really want to spend more time on the figure than the accessories. Hands-wise, he's got two right and left fisted hands, no issue there. He does have a right and a left blaster holding hand. You guys know what hands look like. I'm going to spend a whole lot of time on there, do I? We've got a right and a left, like blaster supporting hand, if you want to call it that. I'll call it a blaster support, call it that. And then he's got a hand right here, which is more like a halt hand, kind of like that. So we got that. So those are the hands. He's got, there's 2, 4, 5, 7 hands. He's got those. He also has his thermal detonator. It goes on the back. I have a little issue with this because every time I've gotten one of these things, it actually, the clip, they just clip onto the belt and they just fall off super easy. So it's okay. I'm glad to have them. It's part of the treatments, part of the armor. I get it. I just wish it like just Velcro or something, or I don't know. I just wish they'd stayed on there a little better. Then he's got his blaster here, guys. Everybody's seen his blaster. Every blaster is just about the same nowadays for these things. But it does open up. There is some slight weathering on here. There's nothing really super fancy as far as that goes. It's just a little silver wash. So I don't really, it's okay. It's a blaster, right? All right, so let's just fold that back up. Bam, bam, bam. And there we go. So there we go. Fold it back up. There you go. It's nicely detailed. There's nothing to write home about as far as that goes, but it's a blaster. All right, so let's take a look at this guy, because this is what we're here to see. So this Stormtrooper Deluxe. Now, I don't own any original trilogy troopers, except for this one, because the original ones that came out, I wasn't collecting at that time. In fact, I didn't even know what a Hot Toy was when they first came out. Didn't even know. But now I've got 1 or 2. But those other ones were like so high in price before they released these, that I just didn't own any. So I've got first order troopers. I've been buying other troopers as they came out. Scarif troopers, death troopers, patrol troopers, first, snow troopers. I got all kinds of different troopers. I bought piles of clone troopers. Because the price on there wasn't crazy. But the New Hope version with the exclusive, with the 2-pack, with the armory and all that, there's just price was nuts. So I never got them, so I'm super happy that we're able to get this guy now for a regular retail price. And if you get the non-deluxe version, it's way cheap, like way cheap. I'm gonna advise you get the deluxe because I really like this. That's just my personal preference. But if you want the regular and don't care about that, get the regular. All right, so let's take a look at this guy. All right, up close. All right, up close, see this guy? One of the things I really like is you can see it right there. I don't know how well it's gonna show up, but I love the green lenses. Really, really big fan of the green lenses because it also looks like that on the patrol trooper, and it gives some more depth to the character. I know the first order troopers are all black. It's okay. I like the green lenses. I don't know, just something about it I just really like. As far as articulation of this thing goes, we're definitely going to cover some of that because it's one of my favorite parts of this figure. Again, having Scarif troopers or short troopers and death troopers, the mobility on those guys is not the best. Especially the first order troopers with that rubber undersuit. This guy does not have that, so he's way more movement friendly. But as far as this guy's the neck goes, I mean, look. If I'll put him this way, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's actually kind of funny looking at the monitor. But looking back, he can't look up as far, but he can definitely look down. And I mean, he can look over his shoulder. There we go. And I just think it's cool as far as articulation goes. It's very, very, very movable there. Again, not having the undersuit, the rubber undersuits, this is black cloth material. You see right here, the shoulder joint here, shoulder armor is actually attached to the arm instead of the the chest piece right here, which is good because it allows some movement, actually a lot of movement, so we don't have to worry about anything. So it's very, very mover friendly, like very, very mover friendly. So if we take this guy and we move his arm way up, you can actually get pretty good range of motion out of that guy. So super happy about that. And one of the cool parts about this thing, you ready for this? Check this out. Because the armor is loose on here, almost like the clone troopers was, the Sideshow clone troopers, they were loose. You can actually, if you're patient, look at that elbow bend. That's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, just, it's been a while. In fact, never. I don't think I've ever, other than the older clone troopers, I don't think I've ever had a figure that was this, had that much movement in the elbow without the armor getting in the way. So I'm a big fan of that. As far as the articulation on the torso goes, it got pretty good twist. I mean, as much as you'd want. I mean, you're not going to twist. Let's put it this way. He's more mobile than the original actors in the original suits. I'll put it that way. Okay, so I just really dig it. The belt is a little bit of a bonus and a negative. The belt is because it's loose. So let me get these arms out of the way. The belt being loose, it's a separate piece. You see how it rides up and down. So it just kind of rotates and gets in the way. It's good for articulation purposes because you can get it out of the way, move, and put it back. But there's a couple times where I thought I was going to rip one of these things off. This scares the bejesus out of me right here because it just does. It's probably, I'm usually careful with figures, but that does scare me a little bit and rip that off because it's a very nicely made piece and I don't want to do that. This piece right here is a magnet. If you want to put the blaster in there, that'll connect, but usually the magnets are very weak and they're not glued on very well, so those things just pop off. So what I've learned to do is just completely ignore that piece and not worry about it. But that's just me. Now, as far as legs go, look at this. This is cool. Bam. Look at this. Way up there. Way up there. So you can do some cool stuff. In fact, in the intro video, I might have shown you a video with him down on one knee, fighting with Luke. But he can definitely do that if you got some patience. Now, obviously, we've got the original the knee pads going on, the knee armor. We've got the ring going on here, and it's got the other piece going on here. One leg is definitely more opposable than the other, and you can guess which one's which. But you can get a 90-degree bend out of pretty much both legs. at least 90 out of both legs. And then where it comes into the cool part, which I think is kind of interesting, because on the belt, let me see if I can give you guys a close-up on this. On the belt, you see the weathering on the belt? The rest of the armor is fairly clean. There's not really a whole lot going on there. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on there. The belt has got some weathering on it, and the yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the shoes. So if you look here, you see the shoes. The shoes have an inordinate amount of weathering, but I guess that makes sense if they're running around in the dirt. Their shoes got dirty, and then their shin armor didn't. So I don't know about that, but that's where it's at. It's well done. But overall, guys, I'm really having a lot of fun with this figure, and I think one of the things, if you're gonna collect Star Wars figures or any action figures in general, is you want to be able to have some fun with them, and I've had fun with this one. In fact, the next video I'm doing, actually it might be the very next one, but one coming up soon, is this guy right here. Oh, look at this. Woo! Look at those two side by side. Bam! Yes! This Patrol Trooper has been on my radar for a while. Absolutely flipping love it. But you can see side by side these guys, they just look awesome on a shelf. In fact, just for fun, let's go get some more troopers. Let's just make an army of troopers. Give me a second. Just like that, we've got an army of troopers. Now, obviously I didn't bring them all, but we got a lot of them here. We got a Death Trooper, Shore Trooper, Patrol Trooper, First Order Trooper, First Order Snow Trooper. I got the Captain dude, he's over there. And then we've got this guy right here, which is the point of today's video. If you have this guy, obviously, he just looks amazing with all kinds of other figures, and I'm just super excited about it. If you guys would like to see like a comparison of all kinds of different troopers, let me know in the comment section down below. I will definitely, like I said in the beginning of the video, I will be getting a second one of these because it's that good. It just is. Now, I'll tell you if there's an issue with a figure, I will absolutely tell you, but I'm telling you right now, this one right here, you know, it's worth it. It is absolutely worth it. Guys, as always, collect what you like. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the button right now. Join the Facebook group, Jedha's Patrol. There's a link in the description below. Definitely do that. And guys, as always, see you next time.